Hey everyone, it's Autumn. Today I thought I would do a video where I do my protective makeup for going outside in the cold. So I recently mentioned this in a previous video and a few people said that they would like to see exactly how I do my makeup for going out in the cold in the winter. And typically my aim is to wear super moisturizing products that protect the skin. So we're just gonna jump into it and I'll kind of talk about things as I go through. I have tons of products that work for this. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a separate video talking about all the different things you can use so you don't have to go out and buy anything. We're just gonna go through what I have here on hand today. All right, so the first thing I always put on before going outside is something really moisturizing, and today I'm gonna use the WELEDA Skin Food. And so typically I will use a really rich moisturizer, skin food, like a barrier cream, anything like that. You can even use Vaseline. But here's the cream, and then once you start to rub it in, you'll see it's really kind of oily. And so I just kind of pat it all over the face and then rub it in. And this doesn't really glide that well over the skin. It really stays in place, and I think that is why it is good for protective makeup. And I also want to mention that this protective makeup is usually only good for going outside and not in situations where you have to wear a mask. So it protects the skin, but like since we're masking a lot, I find that if I do like super moisturizing makeup, my mask picks it right up, and then I have like sticky makeup on the inside of my mask. So this is definitely just for like outdoor activities where you don't have to wear a mask. All right, so now I'm gonna hop in with this KOPARI Starry Eye Balm. So you can use this a multitude of ways. You can use it kind of as an eye cream. Sometimes people like to use it over the lid as a gloss. I'm gonna kind of use it as an eye cream situation today, just to kind of really moisturize around the eyes. And now I'm gonna put a balm over my lips, and this might be a little bit polarizing for some people, but this is the lanolin nipple cream. So if you are breastfeeding, or you can just, I picked these up in these little tubes. They're like the travel tubes of Amazon, and I use these for just my lips. This is one of the best lip balms in the winter because not only is it moisturizing, I noticed that like it'll cause the dead skin to kind of flake away eventually. And it really just smooths my lips over. So typically if I'm just gonna go for a walk, I don't put foundation on, I'll just kind of spot conceal. But just in case you're going outside and you need to look nice, you're doing pictures, whatever, in which I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics CC, and this is the illumination one. I also have the regular one. Unfortunately right now these are a little bit deep for me. I have the shade light, and that's a little bit deep on me right now. So I have been mixing in this REVLON Candid Glow, which isn't as moisturizing as the IT Cosmetics ones. It gets the job done. So I'm almost out of this, and I have a backup in my drawer of the regular one. Probably gonna have to pump in some of the illuminating one then, because I think I just ran out of the other one. Okay. So that's all I put on the back of my hand. This stuff a little bit goes a long way. Typically I'll just wet this with regular water, but I'm too lazy to get up right now. So I'm gonna use this CAUDALIE grape water. And I'm just gonna kind of pat that over where I've already put the skin food. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some IT Cosmetics, and this is the Bye Bye Undereye Corrector. And I'm gonna pop some of that just right here where I have the blue. Again, typically if I'm just walking by myself, I don't go this far. But if you're in a situation where you want to correct these things, I'm just gonna show you the products that I think work best for it. This is super moisturizing, so I think it works great. And then I'm gonna go over that a little bit with the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. So you've probably seen that I'm using a lot of IT Cosmetics, and that's because their products tend to be really moisturizing. and you don't have to use a lot of them. A little bit goes a long way. So when I use all of like the barrier creams and that sort of thing on my face, I don't have a ton of product like sliding all over. All right, so now I'm gonna go over it with a thin layer of this powder from MAC, and this is the Mineralize Skin Finish Natural. I find that this powder is not drying and it still gives you like a nice glow to the skin, but this is just to set down pretty much all of the really emollient products under. And so the reason I went ahead and I set that down is because I am not going to be using cream products on my face for my makeup today. On the days that I do cream products, I skip that step because they'll glide over the skin, and then I'll do like a thin layer after with a different powder, not that one. All right, and I'm gonna run in with this RMS Beauty highlighter, not highlighter, bronzer. You can use, honestly, like any bronzer, it doesn't really matter. And then I'll show you like the end moisturizing steps. So at this point, you can pretty much use any powder makeup you have if you're using powder. On the days, again, like I said, that I do cream. For a highlight, I'm gonna just go in with this MAC Soft and Gentle. And I like to use a lot of mineralized sorts of products when I'm doing my makeup like this, because of the way they work when you set them with a spray or the final step I'll show you. So now I'm just gonna jump in and do my brows really quickly. So it really doesn't matter what eyeshadow you use. I'm just gonna jump over with some of these shades from last year's Dior Christmas palette, just to brighten up the eyes a little bit. And then for blush, I'm gonna jump in and use this Kosas blush duo. And I'm just gonna actually use just the blush side. All right, so this is kind of where it gets interesting and where it kind of changes from most other people's beauty routines, I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna go in with this Jones Road Beauty in All Naturel. It's clear, it looks pink in the thing, but then once you spread it out, it's clear. And the way you get this is like you kind of push your finger in, get some product up, kind of scoop up what you got, and there it is. And instead of setting my makeup with like a mist, I put a thin layer of like this balm all over my face. And it works really well with the mineralized products. Put it under my eyes, forehead, nose, and then on the neck. This balm also works really good as a lip balm. And then I'm just gonna apply a little bit of mascara. And depending on how much balm you put on your face and where you put it, you may wanna use a waterproof mascara. I didn't put like a whole lot around the eyes. There is some, but also I'm not gonna be doing a lot of sweating or like heavy blinking or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go in with this Gucci mascara. All right, and that's it. And you can see as the balm is kind of warming up on my face, my skin has become glowier. I'm gonna zoom in so you can kind of see. There we go. And you can still see my skin through, but I just look more put together and my skin is super moisturized. So I guess I'll just go ahead and tell you the steps I would take if I didn't use the powder products. So if I decided to use more cream products, what ends up happening is I'm putting cream on cream on cream. So it would be like this barrier, then with my moisturizing foundation, then with cream products. And then if I then put the Jones Road over that, that would slide all over my face. I've done it before and it moves, it slides all over my face. So what I would end up doing if I did want to use like cream blushes and things like that, I would go ahead and do my barrier, my foundation, and then my cream blushes and bronzers and all that good stuff. And then I would put a thin layer of this Beauty Pie translucent powder over the top and then just call it a day. But by sandwiching the mineralized products between this and then this, it gives me glowy skin that still looks natural and pretty, but the makeup doesn't move as much. So it really just depends on your preferences. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. If you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.